Thank you for choosing Fox 7 Austin News at 9. I'm Destiny Chance. An update was provided today by Governor Greg Abbott on the state's continuing efforts to combat the coronavirus. Texas now has 334 confirmed positive cases across 43 counties, and a total of 6 people have died. Fox 7 Austin's Amanda Ruiz joins us live from the state capitol with the latest. And Amanda, Governor Abbott said there's been a rapid increase in the number of people being tested for the coronavirus, but do we know how many?
Yeah, Destiny, just over 8,000 people have been tested, and out of that number, Governor Greg Abbott says about 10% of those people have tested positive for the coronavirus. And even though that percentage might seem a little low, Governor Abbott is not taking any chances and is still working to slow the spread of the coronavirus here in Texas.
There are 334 people who have tested positive for COVID-19. Across 43 counties in the state of Texas.
In a press conference, Governor Greg Abbott signed multiple orders to prepare Texas hospitals for the spread of COVID-19. The first meant to increase the number of nurses.
I have waived regulations to address potential shortages of nurses. This will allow temporary permit extensions to practice for graduate nurses and graduate vocational nurses who have yet to take the nursing licensing exam.
The order will also allow nurses with inactive or retired licenses to renew with no issue.
Another focus is to maximize capacity for COVID-19 patients at hospitals. First, I am directing all licensed healthcare professionals in all licensed healthcare facilities to postpone all surgeries and procedures that are not medically necessary.
The next order suspends regulations that make more hospital rooms available,
thus increasing their ability to care for the growing potential number of COVID-19 patients.
In the conference, the governor also touched upon his executive order limiting social gatherings to less than 10 people and the closure of bars, restaurants, and schools.
There are penalties for failure to comply with that executive order. Those penalties include fines of up to $1,000, potential jail time of 180 days, and potential mandatory quarantine orders.
Although the cases are rising in Texas, Governor Abbott says now is not the time to order for a shelter in place in Texas.
Cases of COVID-19 are increasing in places like Dallas, in Houston, in Austin, and several other urban areas. What may be right for places like the large urban areas may not be right at this particular point in time for the more than 200 counties that have 0 cases of COVID-19.
And lastly, the governor reminding all to self-quarantine.
If you don't have an essential reason to be leaving your home, you should not be leaving your home. It's pretty much that simple. And if people can abide by that standard, that will improve our mitigation of COVID-19.
And the governor says if people do not comply with his executive order, stricter rules will have to be put in place. He was also asked during the news conference if he thinks schools will reopen during this year. He says it's too early to tell. Destiny?
That was Fox 7 Austin's Amanda Ruiz live at the state capitol. Amanda, thank you. Well, also today, the city of San Antonio and Bexar County officials confirmed Bexar County's first COVID-19 related death. The woman was a patient in her 80s with underlying health issues. Dallas County tightened restrictions today in hopes of slowing the spread of COVID-19. Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins issued a shelter-at-home order for the county starting at 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. It will last until at least April 3rd. All businesses operating within Dallas County are required to cease all activities at facilities located within the county. This excludes essential businesses, but they have to comply with social distancing.
This order is our best chance to flatten the curve here in Dallas County and save as many lives as possible. I know there will be economic hardship and business closures with this order, and it makes me sick that we are at this point.
In Austin Travis County, there are now 79 confirmed cases. Williamson County says they have 9 cases. Hayes County is reporting 7 cases. Bastrop, Burnett, and Fayette counties each have one case. If you want to stay updated on the latest coronavirus news, you can find more information on our website or on the Fox 7 News app. Fox has also created a website for all updates related to the COVID-19, which is coronavirusnow.com. The federal government is adding new measures to stop the spread of coronavirus while Congress tries to come up with a relief package to help individuals and business owners. Fox's Christina Coleman has the details.
As coronavirus cases increase, the federal government is taking steps to slow the spread, while Congress works to pass a final version of a stimulus relief bill for those impacted by the virus.
Our goal is to get relief to Americans as quickly as possible so that families can get by and small businesses can keep workers on the payroll.
President Trump announcing New York, California, and Washington, the hardest hit states, will get assistance from the National Guard at the direction of each state's governor.
Through FEMA, the federal government will be funding 100% of the cost of deploying National Guard units to carry out approved missions.
Vice President Mike Pence saying medical supplies and testing maintain top priorities, adding the FDA is working on coming up with faster and more innovative testing.
We're going to continue to make sure that our states have what they need to meet this moment.
Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, senators cast their procedural vote on the coronavirus stimulus bill. The Senate voting along party lines, blocking the measure.
The motion is not agreed to.
The legislation has many problems. At the top of the list, it includes a large corporate bailout.
This just hours after Kentucky Senator Rand Paul announced he tested positive for COVID-19 and others decided to self-quarantine and get tested.
Of course, all the senators are going to seek medical advice as to what action we should take to make sure that we don't in any way spread this virus ourselves.
What's next for the stimulus relief bill remains up in the air. On Sunday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the House will be introducing their own draft bill. In Los Angeles, Christina Coleman, Fox News.
Medical supplies are in short demand all across the country, and Austin is no different. But organizations in the city are working with the public to fight this problem. Dell Medical School held a donation drive this weekend to encourage Austinites to donate medical and sanitation supplies. People could bring in N95 masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, and more. They held the drives at 3 separate locations around the city and say that drives like this are crucial for helping medical facilities in these difficult times.
Well, I'd love Austinites to know how much the frontline healthcare workers really appreciate this effort. As you can imagine, they're professionals. They've trained all their lives to be able to support us during this time. But they're people, and they have families, and being able to keep them safe to the best of our abilities is something that's really really important, and I've heard from a number of colleagues that they're very grateful for the effort. And this is really a great way for the community to be in action. We've heard so much about how people want to help, and this is a great way. By collecting these masks and gloves, we'll help keep our frontline healthcare workers safe while they care for us in the coming weeks.
Dell says they're working with Austin Public Health to distribute these supplies effectively. The Austin Disaster Relief Network is teaming up with Austin Public Health and the HSEM for a similar drive. They're opening a donation drop-off center at their headquarters on East 51st Street from 10 to 6. People are encouraged to donate the same items as the Dell Medical School drive. For them, this is the best way others can help.
ADRN has been working with the City of Austin closely for the last 11 years, and when they have a need, we jump to it, and they have a need right now, and that's to make sure that our medical professionals, healthcare workers, are safe and protected, along with the protection that they need for the folks that they're helping out. So we found it's something that we can do to help them out, and we jump right to it.
Their location on 51st Street won't be the only place you can donate. You can find donation stations at 3 other churches around town. Those locations will be open starting tomorrow at 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday.
Fox 7 Austin weather with meteorologist Carlo Falco.
Cloudy day that never quite warmed up throughout the afternoon, but we did finally get rid of those showers later into the afternoon hours, but they're coming back. We got some showers just to the south of Austin, and they are heading to the north. But if we do look out to the west, we got a massive area of clearing skies over Cabo, and that is the air, which is going to be moving on in, which is good news for the next couple days. But for tonight into early tomorrow morning, sprinkles and drizzle are possible. It's only about a 10, maybe 20% chance you'll see some drizzle around there. It could be sealing some patchy fog as well. Not as cool as last night, but low temperatures right around 60 degrees. Fog could get a little bit dense as you get 7 to 8 in the morning, mostly in southern parts of the viewing area. Austin should see some mist and a little bit of patchy, dense-ish fog. But by the time you get to about 7, 8 in the morning, most of that fog should be gone, along with those rain showers. Temperatures right now into the mid-60s, even upper 60s out to the southeast. And those temperatures are only going up. We'll talk about the big warm-up coming this week in your Fox 7 Austin forecast.
A man in Houston has been feeding homeless people for over 3 decades. And after the break, learn about his mission to continue helping those in need despite COVID-19 concerns. You're watching Fox 7 Austin News at 9.